Welcome back to Kings of the Pool. I'm Steven Miranda.
I'm Jeff Ellis, and we're getting ready for Week 2 of the NFL season.
That's right. We're going to help you dominate your office pools. We've got lots of games we agree on. We differ on a couple. And we'll bring you our Eliminator Challenge.
And don't forget the most dumbest wager line of the week. For those who want to jump out to the website, let's get started. Let's jump into the pool.
All right, Jeffrey, we're jumping right in. We, Jeffrey, agree on 14 games this week.
Now, that's not a record. There's been weeks where we have actually agreed on all 16 games.
That's right.
And by the way, for those who are feeling a little discouraged, a little under the weather about their picks last week, Steven, I went out and I looked on ESPN's Pigskin Pick'em. Guess how many people picked all 16 out of the 250,000 people playing Pigskin Pick'em in ESPN?
I'm going to say not many.
A little less. Not one.
Zero. That means no one.
Nobody got them all right,
yeah.
So don't feel badly if you didn't get them all right. We certainly didn't get them all right. It was a tough week. And there was only 40 people that got 15 right, Steven.
Yeah, 40.
Out of 250,000.
Yeah, it was a tough week in Week 1. Obviously, there were a lot of upsets.
The Bills?
Teams that we did not expect to put up points. 41 points for those Bills, Jeffrey.
Yeah.
Obviously, the Baltimore Ravens spanked the Pittsburgh Steelers at home. So that's something that we'll talk about in a little bit. Right now, Jeffrey, 2 games that we agree on. The Chicago Bears at New Orleans Saints. We both like the Saints as the Saints avoid to go 0-2.
Now, here's what we've got. We call it some cooler talk. So as you get around the water cooler, here's some things you can tell your friends to try and impress them. Although we agree on 14, here's 2 that we've got to call out for you. So, Steven, talk to us about the Chicago at New Orleans Saints.
Well, the Saints got off to a very slow start against the Green Bay Packers last week. They still, however, managed to put up over 30 points in that game on the road. We expect this week that they're going to be at home on a fast track indoors in New Orleans where it's loud. We like the Saints to dominate the Bears in this game.
Absolutely. I think the biggest thing is going to be home field advantage here. The Saints are coming home to the Superdome where it's super loud.
That's right. The San Diego Chargers in the second game, we do agree that the New England Patriots will take care of business in New England. The San Diego Chargers have a tough time when they travel over to the East Coast and have to play one of those early games where it's really like 7 o'clock in the morning in San Diego. They don't typically do well. And not even though they won against the Minnesota Vikings last week, the San Diego Chargers typically get off the season to a slow start. We like the Patriots big in this.
Don't forget that special teams play to open up the game last week where they got it run back on, and it was kind of scary. So something to talk about around the water cooler. Hey, say, isn't this possibly an AFC Championship preview game? That's not like a smart guy there.
That's right, and it may very well be. All right, Jeffrey, the 2 games we differ upon. I like the Arizona Cardinals to travel to Washington and take on the Redskins.
Now, Steven, this game to me is very much a coin toss of a game, so I am going with the home team here. Now, Arizona, I thought, played reasonably bad at home. And look, Carolina exploded. It was Cam Newton's special coming out party. But now Washington's back at home, and I like them at home there. I think that they're a better team than some people realize.
I may agree with you on that a little bit. The problem is I think right now the Washington Redskins are a little too high on themselves, and I think the Arizona Cardinals will bring them back down to earth.
Now, Philadelphia at Atlanta. This one is going to be a show for the ages.
Return of Mike Vick to his old stomping grounds, the Georgia Dome there in Atlanta. Jeffrey, I like the Philadelphia Eagles. I think Mike Vick is going to come out, and he is going to explode. I know the Falcons got their backs against the wall early. They cannot afford to go 0-2, but I like Vick in this one.
Now, if you want to make enemies of the water cooler, mention that the Falcons are a dog at home. To Mike Vick, and that doesn't bode well for anybody.
That's not going to be good.
No, but actually Atlanta is a 2.5-point underdog there at home, and I still like Atlanta. I think the way that they've done in the Georgia Dome, they have not lost in the Georgia Dome since the NFC Championship game last season, and I think they return to form here again in a very loud surface. Fast track for Mike Vick. But I'll take the Falcons.
All right, now, Jeffrey, it's time for our challenge game. The Survivor pools out there. Last week we took Arizona, bing, Good for us. We told you to avoid those Kansas City Chiefs. If you didn't listen to us, you went down.
How many people went down in Eliminator, Steven?
26% of people took the Kansas City Chiefs last week. See ya. All right, this week we both like the Detroit Lions to take care of those same Kansas City Chiefs in Detroit. The Lions have a big roar. They're showing that they're not a fluke this year. We like the Lions to win.
They're for real, and we like them a lot. Now, the most dumbest wager line of the week. This one you got to stay with us with. Last week, we missed.
Yeah, we did.
Outright, we weren't alone, but that's no comfort because we pride ourselves on getting it right, and we're going to get it right this week.
We're going to bounce back week 2. Come out to our website, www.nflrnr.com. It's right over there underneath Jeffrey, and we will give you our lock for week 2. This week, it's an over-under. That's all the time we got. I'm Steven Miranda.
I'm Jeff Ellis.
For Kings of the Pool.